What is up? What is up? This is your boy, Anecdotal, and today we're gonna go over everything that is alliances. So, first thing is Alliance War, which, if you're in the EST zones, happened right around 10. Now, unfortunately, I missed it, but this is what's going to happen at the very beginning of war. It's a race, and I kind of wanted to use Froppy, but it's all in the jumps, man. These staircases, you want to try to jump, and in the very beginning, before the 10-second countdown commences or begins, you want to start your race early. Somebody didn't leave. All right, this is Alliance War for me now, or at least for my server. This is the number one alliance, completely doing their thing, demolishing everybody in their way. Now, before, I used to be the number two alliance and kind of went back and forth between 2 and 3, I think, actually, until a couple people started dropping the game. We started steadily moving up, and now we're the number one alliance, where the former number one alliance, shout out I think Usagi and everyone that was in there. I think Immunity Potato came from there as well, right? Yeah. All right, so we all ended up fusing into Daily Drillers, which is my alliance that I purposely made to do drills, which is why it's called Daily Drillers. Funny enough, if you wanted to know the origin name of that, is just because I wanted to be in an active alliance that actually did drills daily. Once I actually became an alliance leader, I found out that it's really difficult, and we do drills just about every other day, usually, because that's how long it takes for everyone to donate and for us to have the 10k whatever the cash currency is for alliances. When every time you donate, you get like a cash currency for your alliance, and once you get to 10k, you could open up training, and training, I believe, is only open for like an hour and a half or 2 hours and a half, something like that. I wouldn't mind if they actually opened it up to make it be like 3 or 4 hours, just so it's fair to everyone in the time zones. So the way I usually do it is I usually do it right after war. War for me in EST happens right around 10 p.m. So it opens at like 10:05, and then it actually starts at 10:10, something like that. And yeah, man, that's it. We come in, we would have to fight for positions, and like if you take the positions, you can get attacked when you're in one of those circles. But that doesn't happen. This is what it's been like for over a month. In server 74, where we can just kind of chill, talk, make fun of how close the matches were when we're facing nobody, and really the highlight of it really is to see who gets first place. Now, all these little cool things about saying attack or go defend, useless, because we're facing nobody. I don't know why the game hasn't already plugged something in to show that if you're facing no one, like if no one drops in, and it's impossible for anyone to drop in, once the war starts, no one can suddenly join the war. And I do think it's a kind of a cool thing that no one can join once that happens. But why are we fighting nobody and wondering who's going to win? What is there, like 7 of us right now? There are 7 party members, man, 7 alliance members versus 0. Just give us the automatic win instead of having us sit here for 20 minutes. Now, if you're wondering, if you've heard some like little skips maybe in the background music, it's because I didn't want you guys to just watch me sit here for 20 minutes. So honestly, because of the alliance and the cool people in my alliance, we really just spend it chilling, man, talking about the update, talking about the anime, talking about the upcoming movie, talking about how everything actually happened and our thoughts on everything. But yeah, man, usually we just sit here and don't do anything at all. So I mean, games, people, developers, managers, people that watch social media content or YouTube videos on this, do something about it, man. It's about time we have some server merges. As a first place alliance with really top level players in my server, Berserks being like the number one for like every single character, we have nothing to do, and I'm free to play, and I have nothing to do because there's no one to fight in the alliance. Maybe nobody wants to go against us. A couple of days ago, for the first time in months, we faced a team of 2 where we could have like absolutely dominated and made their experience probably terrible. I think they were just like an all Spanish alliance as well. We just kind of used whatever characters we wanted because, again, there were like 7 or 8 of us just chilling, taking over. So there was no chance of losing. But the amount of points that we got for winning was still 5. So if you didn't know, you could actually move up on particular ranks depending on what you do. Yo, these people, man, they're hilarious. So yeah, it's all about jumping, man. Like I was saying in the very beginning, like those 10 seconds, you want to start off with your directional pad, and you just want to run the entire time that you're going. That way, when the countdown happens, it doesn't freeze your screen, and you actually get to keep running. And I wasn't able to pay attention because I was actually went to press record, and by the time I came back, I wasn't able to get that running start. But you will be stuck frozen in the animation of the countdown from 10 to 1, while everyone else is actually already having that head start. So what we all do is we just start spamming, like holding the running button just like forward to get out of the shop or the little store that we're in the beginning, which if you actually haven't paid attention, I think it's like a bar. If you look in the back, it's like a store at first, but then in the back there's like a place to have drinks. It's weird. But yeah, man, you just kind of run and you can enter, and then it's all about who can get there fastest. Now you're probably thinking whoever had that split second of going out first wins. No, man, jumping actually matters more. So, and right now I'm just trying to be fused into this deku and see what would happen. Maybe I can fuse over here. These are the kind of things that you do when there's nothing to do, man. These are the kind of things that you do. Look at that. Is there really just one deku? Or is there 2 dekus? Think about it. But yeah, it's all about the jumps. I've experimented with quite a few different characters, and sometimes we all pick the same characters. Sometimes while we're waiting in the little basement lobby area, we'll all pick like Denki or what's his name, Ida, or anyone else that does the little spin, Uraraka. We'll do those little spinny things. I've had a video on how to get hero coins. One of them is just spinning with those characters because they have that special effect that if you run in a circle with them, you spin. So yeah, we were just breakdancing and stuff for no reason, man, because we can't do anything but wait for the whatever minutes for the race to actually open. And that's what this is. Alliance War for us is simply just a race. And then we ironically talk about how intense the battle is because it's just a funny thing to do, because all we do here is just we would sit down, put our phones away, and just stay in a circle, and nothing has to be done. That's it. That's what Alliance War amounts to now. And anytime we do find that there's an actual alliance that's active, what at least what I have done is I look at their BP and then try to find matching BPs and just fight them, because at this point for the server we know that we're like completely in the top. BP wise, no one's even close. There are a couple people. I think Venomous actually joined. Shout out to Venomous. Desi maybe. There are a couple of people in Server 74 that either aren't in Alliance or just not in mine and maybe don't participate in Alliance War that might be able to like compete. But yeah, man, for the most part, it's a monopolized alliance, dude. And anyone can join, man. We're 37 out of 40. If you just feel like starting an account and you're active and you feel like joining 74 to say what's up to me and all the alliance mates that I'm telling you is a really cool group of people, feel free to join, and also complain about how horrible alliance training is. There's nothing to do here. I mean, Alliance War is, there's absolutely nothing to do here. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do a couple of bit of more cuts because this is it, man. It's banter. It's a cool race in the beginning to see who's first. It's seeing who might be or might not be first, and then the rankings here don't change. You could actually leave the circle and nothing would change, because we tried to leave the circle and have other people go in, and they get no points for being in the circle because, well, all we did was trade places. Someone in the opposing team would have to take the circle and then again be taken over for the points to actually transfer. Since it's like a same team kind of swap, there is no change. So we could all actually just exit the circle and still get the same amount of points, which is just ridiculous, man. Like, I really just don't get it. But yeah, only the top 4 will get points, and those top 4 are the people who are able to get into the circle quickest. And that's how Alliance War is. It's a race to the circles, and whoever can get to that first circle will get a slightly better prize than everybody else, because they will get enough badges to enter like the second stage. Now before this, man, the amount of badges we were getting when we were actually facing the alliance that like Berserks and Immunities was originally in was way higher. And at that point we were second, but we were like getting way better prizes, way more cards to upgrade stuff. Like it was insane. But now we do this. and somehow our growth score is negligible. So we're still like an invincible, like we're in the invincible like rank, which is I think the 3rd highest, where I think at the end of the week, I think we end up getting two free card pulls. So at the end of the week, we're like effectively getting 500 hero coins because we get 2 single pulls for the support cards. And then whenever we end up going up another rank, which will probably take months, like by months I mean like half a year, because we're only going up at like 5 points at a time. Even when we did have that one alliance where we actually fought, we still only went up by like 4 or 5. So yeah, man. So it's right here, man. We're in the invincible squad. There's 2 more, so you can see that we get 2. If we go up again, which will be like hundreds of points, we'll end up on the next one, and we can get 3. But yeah, Slam, there you go. Slam used to be number 1. Whatever Bazungas, I think, I forgot what the whole name of it was. That used to be the one that we would like kind of teeter over between 3rd and 4th actually. But yeah, it depends on who we fought. Shout out to S, shout out to Immunity. Yeah, man, great alliance. So now I think the only thing to do is probably to go ahead and maybe do a poll and then check out what alliance training is like, because alliance training actually isn't all that it's thought out to be. Now at first, alliance training was something that really wanted me to like motivate me to get my characters to be in. Ooh, I got an active card. Dude, I got an active card. All right, I think I have enough active cards to finally limit break my thing to 60, right? Oh, I must have been doing agency assessment with Momo. So I've been doing this thing where I actually switch things, you know, so I'm not a burden to whoever's in my team. Yeah, or it could be that I was doing team up, but I don't think I used Momo for team up anymore. I think she was replaced with better characters that I have. But yeah, so yeah, look at that, level 3, ha 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 ha. Damage goes way up. Awesome. So yeah, my score might be even higher than normal, which we're gonna see. It doesn't matter. Yeah, little sneak peek there. So right after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to switch up my cards, make sure that All Might has the best cards, open up Alliance Training, and show you guys what Alliance Training is like now. So let's go to Alliance Training. Like I said, I needed 10k. I opened it up. It looks like it is 2 hours and a half is how long it's going to be open for. Let me go ahead and put the level 61 on, and then the level 60 snipe here. Now all I do is I put it on auto, because as you can see here, I don't need to do anything. 2 people, Immunity, Potato, and S attack. 2 people. If Berserks attacks, we only need 1. But for the most part, with the amount of strength that we have, with our 38 members, there is going to be 37. We ended up kicking somebody later that was like over 30 days inactive. I give people 30 days because someone actually new has to join the server. If we ever got to 40, I would just kick whoever else is at 30 or 7 days inactivity. So totally on auto. Only takes 2 people to get the max rewards for what is supposed to be an entire alliance full of damage. So I would just say increase the amount of rewards, increase the amount of damage that needs to be taken for the cumulative alliance damage. Or maybe you might want to include a single player sort of reward. So no matter how many times I've played, I've always ended up getting 7 vials and 7 food. I don't know what it's like for everybody else, but I've always gotten 7 of all of them. I thought that it was because I hit like 700 k damage or something, but that's untrue. There are other times while I'm autoing that I get 800k or 900k damage. and I still got 7. So I feel like no matter what kind of score I get individually, that 7 enhancement vials and such is the max that you can get. Now the other reason that you actually want to get into a good alliance that has this is because you're going to get 30 hero coins for participating, a whole lot of hero coins, probably, I don't know, I'm gonna say 100, just for all those 15 rewards, those rewards if you're able to complete all of them. And then you get an additional 60 on the second time if you can clear it twice a week. Now, yeah, so right here I did like 700 K damage, and I ended up with 7. So like I said, so other times I'll hit 80, sometimes I'll hit 90, depending on like exactly how the auto wants to work. But as you can see here, along with all the guild coins, that you pretty much, the only thing to use it for is the special alloy, which, as you've seen in my previous video, is the most important material that you can get in the game. Also a whole lot of factors, food, chip, exp, there's a lot of good stuff. But if 2 people out of a 40-man alliance can give you everything, and depending on if you're a whale, 1 person could do the entire attack and just get everything for the alliance, it's a joke. So they need to add way more levels for the rewards. They need to increase the difficulty, but I don't think it needs to be a hard mode. Maybe they can do something that makes it more like alliance-like. They can increase the time from like the 2.5 hours to maybe 4, so it can be a little bit better for the time zones. They already did this. It used to only be 30 minutes long. You know how crazy it was when it was 30 minutes long? Nobody could jump in. Now that it's 2.5 hours long, at least it's there. And if you log in there, I think there's a pop-up that lets you know that Alliance training has been open. But either way, I still say it in the Alliance chat every once in a while, or I'll PM a person that has an attack. That way they get their free 30 hero coins for being in an active alliance. And then all the rewards, even if you weren't paying attention, those 15 rewards will end up in your mailbox anyways, even if you weren't active enough. But it's not like you weren't donating for everything. So here you go. This is the 30 I was talking about. Please make sure to pass this video and comment about this if you're having these same kind of issues. This has been your boy Anecdotal. If you like this video, make sure to like it, share it with anybody from the MHA community, and of course, don't forget to make yourself known and comment about these things that also should be.